Okay, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. Have y'all ever, like, back in the day, probably not now, but like seen money on the ground? It was money that clearly somebody dropped. Now, you may or may not have seen the person drop it. I tell you, I've never, I, yeah, that's probably the one thing that yeah. I did a lot of jacked up stuff in my day, but if I actually see somebody drop cash, I can honestly say that I always gave it back to them because I just didn't want that to be me. But if I see cash on the ground that was on the ground and wasn't immediately dropped so I could see it drop, I used to put my foot on it and do the little slide until I got to a point where I could bend down and pick it up on the low. Do y'all do that? Is mistakes with money. What would you do if a mistake was made, a big ass mistake was made in your favor? Would you do the right thing? Would you return it? Would you say, hey, there's been a mistake, I need to rectify it? Or are you gonna go out and ball? Let's talk about this crazy wild story. It was a wild story. I think it was a wild story. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm Marcus. You're at the channel The Debt Free Dad, where we're talking about finances, following my family's financial freedom journey. And like I said, I'm just giving my takes on financial topics, current events, all of that good stuff. Hey, I'm a licensed attorney, but I'm not your attorney. So this isn't legal advice. This isn't financial advice. I'm just giving my opinion and letting y'all know what's going on in the household of the Debt Free Dad. Now, here's an interesting story. So in Chile, it was this guy who had a job, and his job inadvertently paid him 330 times what his normal salary was. So think about it. Your paycheck you got, whatever your paycheck is, you get your paycheck and you get paid 330 times the amount that you should. So just think about it. If you made $1,000 a week, and 1 week when you go look at your account, instead of having $1,000 in your account, you got paid $330,000. What would you do? So this guy was overpaid a large ass amount of money. And hey, respect to this guy. I'm gonna give him props. He actually told his bosses. He went to the bosses and was like, hey, yo, I think it was a mistake made. I think it was a mistake made. There's some error. Now, it took a day or so for the bosses to realize what was going on. So the bosses started sending him correspondence like, hey, you need to go to the bank, get that extra money, and return that money. But by this time, guess what? They couldn't find old boy. Old boy was out. He was gone. He was ghost. I'm not going to condone whether he should have taken it or shouldn't have taken it. But trust me, the fact that he pop smoke and got out of there, that's a phrase that people use in the military, pop smoke. You know how a ninja, when they randomly appear, they throw something on the ground and the smoke go up and then they gone when the smoke clear? That's why it's called pop smoke. This dude pop smoke, got out of there. He pop smoke, got out of there. Now, here's the wild thing. Through his attorney, he actually submitted a letter of resignation, and now nobody know where the hell this dude at. So this dude in Chile, he's a multi-millionaire status. He got the equivalent of $150,000, I think, paid in one lump sum. Now, I'm not sure what the conversion rate is for Chilean currency, but I know that dude over there balling like hell. He didn't turn it back in. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, honestly, I see both sides of it. It's not yours. In the US, there are some legal consequences that could impact you criminally if you don't turn the money in. So, hey, on this channel, we always advising you to be upstanding citizens and uphold the law. But I can also understand if I had 330 times my salary, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if I started looking at a globe and seeing what countries don't have extradition laws where I could go live in. That's all I'm saying. But hey, do the right thing. If you get something that's not yours, return it. I just wanted to touch bases on that story real quick. That dude was wild. He was the most professional. He took that money in the most professional manner possible. Like, I mean, if you're going to take the money, just don't say shit. Don't say nothing to nobody. If you're going to take the money, don't tell them about the mistake. Don't do anything. Just don't send a letter of resignation after you told them about the mistake. Just go ahead and take it. But this dude, he took the money, but he was as professional as possible in giving a notice to his employer. I don't know. I guess he felt like they owed him something. But that's it. I thought it was just a wild story. Y'all check out the link in the description box if you want to read the article or more. Y'all take care. Y'all check out the link in the description box if y'all want to read more in the article. I don't know what the hell I just said. Y'all take care. Y'all be blessed. Peace.